My favorite food has always been cheeseburgers and fries. Rebecca's favorite food. That's a really tough one. There's several different areas that you could go over that. She loves like a nice greasy cheeseburger. At the same time, she loves Caesar salad. She loves Taco Bell like after midnight. But I would probably say that the most consistent thing she really likes is just like a nice Caesar salad. My most irrational fear is that, especially recently, is that somebody's gonna jump out onto the street while I'm driving and I won't have enough time to react. I don't know where this came from or if I had a bad dream or I saw it in a movie or something. But now every time somebody's really close to the street, like on the crosswalk, I get really nervous driving through there. Rebecca's most irrational fear, and one that I just don't understand, is alarms. So whether it's a smoke detector or any sort of alarms, she just panics, which is something that I just don't understand. So it's one thing to hear an alarm, but to freak out about it, I don't understand. My favorite movie is Avengers Endgame or any of the Star Wars movies. Always been a huge superhero and Star Wars nerd. So Rebecca's favorite movie is Top Gun, going away because she has a huge crush on Tom Cruise. My biggest pet peeve is when somebody scrapes the fork on their teeth, like when they're eating, and the sound it makes, like the screeching sound, drives me absolutely insane, and it just ruins my appetite. Reb's biggest pet peeve. This is something that could fall under different categories. She gets on to me for the way I sit on the couch, or sometimes even the way I'm breathing. I would say her biggest pet peeve is when I don't hear her, or I don't hear her correctly. Just drives her crazy, and then she gets upset at me. My dream vacation spot is something I'm not entirely certain on, and I doubt she would ever get this. But I've always wanted to go to New York City. I've never been able to go. So I've actually been to the state of New York, but never to the city. Somewhere I've always wanted to go and just kind of check out and see the area. Reb's dream vacation spot, I would say the biggest place she's ever talked about to me is at an overwater bungalow at the Maldives, or any other island for that matter. The best meal I've ever made for Rebecca, it's probably gotta be the spicy vodka pasta recipe that she found. I made it for her a couple of times, and we've tweaked it a little bit here and there, but it's definitely one of her favorites. The best meal Rebecca's ever made me, she used to do this thing in the winter when I was busy coaching called Soup Sundays. It was like a little term for it. And a couple times she made this chicken tortilla soup, and I thought it was really good, especially when it's cold outside. That's gonna be like a staple, I feel like. So we met in college. I wanna say it was we knew of each other freshman year for sure. Definitely hung around in some of the same social circles, things like that. But we didn't ever start dating until after I had graduated in the start of the second semester of her junior year. First date was at my place. We actually watched The Maze Runner, and then we started Outer Banks together because I had never seen it, and it was very smart for her because we got about halfway through the first season, and then she knew that she could come back to finish the season with me. So it gave her a built-in excuse to be able to come back. throughout dating. I said I love you first. I said it 4 months to the day after we'd started dating. And then she didn't say it back for 2 months after that. So yeah, glad she finally came around, but those 2 months were awful. An argument, who usually apologizes first? I would say statistically it's me. She's been doing a really good job recently, I feel like, and maybe I haven't been doing a good job recently. But I would say it's me, like, over time. Okay, so favorite shows that we watch together. This is a tough one because Rebecca watches everything with Chloe before I ever get the chance to watch anything with her. We watch New Girl together, but everything that I really want to get started, she shuts down because she's already seen it with Chloe. So I would say recently we've been watching a lot of like crime documentaries, like on Netflix, and I like those a lot. Names we may have for each other, I think babe, baby. Sometimes I call her like girl or girly if I'm just feeling a little bit different. I proposed on December 20th this past year at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon at Union Station. It was like 25 degrees outside, so huge thank you to everyone that was there. It was freezing. So shout out to you guys, and one of the top couple days of my life. Outstanding. My favorite thing about Rebecca has always been her smile. I think it's just so genuine and pure. When she's having a good time, there's just nothing quite like it. So just seeing that smile across her face is something I'm just gonna try and replicate for the rest of my life.